Last year, 23,000 people were diagnosed with glioma, which is the most aggressive brain cancer known to man. And in less than 5 years, 22 of those 23,000 people will have died from the disease. And why is this? Well, gliomas live deep within the brain and spine and are dangerously intertwined with important nerves and structures. And this causes one big problem for surgeons trying to take them out. It's impossible to determine exactly what is tumor and what is not. Surgeons can either take out too much and risk damaging the healthy brain tissue, or they don't take enough out and the tumor grows right back. And that's why this disease is so devastating. If surgeons could clearly define borders of what is tumor and what is not, they could make confident decisions and remove all of the tumor with accuracy and precision, potentially curing their cancer and saving their lives. Well, we've created a solution for this. We've created a compact light that clips directly onto the glasses worn by surgeons. And when they shine this light toward their field of view, it causes the tumors to light up bright and fluoresce, showing clearly borders of what is tumor and what is not. Our light is lighter, brighter, and more comfortable than any surgical lights available. In fact, it weighs less than 5 pennies. So how did this all start? Well, I'm a medical student here at Iowa, and I've been researching in neurosurgery for about 6 years now. My partner Dave was actually an electrician and a cabinet maker before deciding one day that he wanted to become a neurosurgeon. In our experience every day in the OR, we've seen frustration over and over, because currently surgeons are required to wear heavy headbands for their lighting plugged into the wall by a long wire that runs all the way across the operating room. Not only is this uncomfortable, but surgeons need to remain sterile. And anytime they need to adjust, a nurse needs to come over, adjust their headband for them, unplug it from the wall, readjust, and then pick the surgery back up all over again. This wastes time and breaks the surgeon's attention over and over when they should be focused on what's most important, the patient right in front of them who needs life-saving brain surgery. So we said to ourselves, this should not be happening. And why is there nothing on the market to address this? Current wired lights are restrictive and heavy, as we just said, and the only available wireless lighting alternatives are made for dentists, and they're not up to the standard of specialty surgery. In fact, studies have shown that over 20% of OR time can be spent just adjusting lighting and equipment. And with a 10-hour open brain surgery and average OR costs of over $100 per minute, you could save over $12,000 in a single surgery just by improving lighting. And after interviewing hundreds of surgeons, two main problems arose over and over very clearly to us that we used to develop our value proposition. One is that current lights waste time, focus, and money. And two is that they don't provide clear borders of what is tumor and what is not. Now, this sounds great, but we also have to keep in mind that this is a business, and the real question is, how is this going to make any money? Well, the global market for surgical lighting is actually one of the largest in all of medicine. It's over $1.6 billion, in fact, with over $1.5 million in our targeted customer segments, which would be one, neurosurgeons who would use the fluorescence for brain and spine tumors, and two, those who just need a comfortable, effective light that saves them time and money, which is all other types of doctors. So how do we reach all these doctors? Well, we've discovered that the majority of all physicians purchase new devices through two main avenues. One is through hands-on demonstration with medical device reps. And two is that younger physicians prefer to purchase through online e-commerce platforms that gives them a clear view of what they're purchasing. And due to these marketing strategies and excitement around our technology, we've received commitments from 3 separate departments at Iowa to purchase our device for all of their surgeons as soon as we launch, taking us to over 6 figures in sales immediately at greater than a 95% profit margin. So far, with only a few $1,000s, we've made incredible progress. We already have working prototypes in 10 UIHC operating rooms, received Iowa Startup of the Year, met John Papajohn himself, and are currently US patent pending. But we need further funding for our go-to-market plan. Our goal is to completely launch in November. But in order to do that, we need to focus on 3 main actions, all of which are expensive. One is production at scale by injection molding. The second is growing our marketing team to reach customers hands-on. And the third is IP protection to protect our technology and FDA approval moving forward. We're very excited to offer you this opportunity to help change medicine and advance the future of tumor resection to help cure one of the deadliest cancers in the world. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Any questions?
Hey, Joe, I have a question. This is David. Um, how long have you been working in the OR?
Well, I'm a medical student, so I've been in the OR for just a couple of years now. My partner Dave has been in the OR for over 10 years now.
Okay, so did Dave hear himself or other people complaining about the pre-existing options?
Yes, it's a big problem in the operating room.
And so no one has tried to resolve this until now.
That's one of the biggest questions we always get, and there have been quite a few people who've tried to address this in different ways. But as of right now, the only solutions that give surgeons the quality of light that they need are the ones that are plugged into the wall. There
Right.
are some companies that are trying to come out with the wireless ones, but they've really only been used by dentists. And there's one company that's come out with a wireless light that has been attempted to be used in a surgical operating room, and they're breaking all the time and not getting very good reviews. So it's a real space that has a lot of opportunity right now.
Nice. Well, I think, yeah, this seems like a no-brainer. So I wish you luck with your getting to market. It just seems like such a great need for your product.
Thank you. And this is unique in that it actually clips onto the glasses that are worn by the surgeons, because most everything that is available is a separate headband. And so the headbands either plug into the light, or there are wireless headbands, but the biggest problem is that they slide around and that they need to adjust all the time. That wastes time, and they're just incredibly expensive as well. It's not even practical for residents and younger doctors in training to use either, because a light that's $5,000 or $10,000 a surgeon might be able to purchase without a lot of hesitation, but nobody in training can use them. So that by the time they get to be kind of on their own in practice, they're already used to a different kind of light, and it's not as effective.
Sure. And did you already address how much these might cost, like what you're charging for them?
Yeah, so it's a little bit tricky, because as of right now, there are incredibly expensive lights and there are incredibly cheap lights. We aim to be somewhere in the middle, and we're primarily going to have two separate products, one that has the fluorescence and one that doesn't. So we're thinking that the light that that doesn't have the fluorescence is going to be somewhere in the range of probably $3,000 to $4,000. And then the one with the fluorescence is probably going to be in the realm of $7,000 to $10,000.
And how long do you think those will last, or can you just replace the lighting itself?
Well, the light should last quite a long time, hopefully for a surgeon's career, because we're switching to LED lights, which are going to last quite a bit longer than what's available right now. And the batteries are very easily replaced too, because we've actually set it up so that if your battery dies, or for some reason you get water on it or something at home, you can actually just replace it with a standard 12 volt battery that clips onto your hip, that you could buy like at any hardware store or anything.
Thank you.
Will batteries be included?
Yes.
That's an additional $2,000, I think.
Yeah, that was kind of an area I wanted to address. Figured, since it's just clipping onto glasses, it's battery powered. What kind of lifespan do you get out of a battery? How many surgeries can you do on one battery?
Well, that's a great point. So the current lights right now that are truly wireless, the headbands, they really only last for 1 to 3 hours, which is really not long at all in brain surgery. I mean, those surgeries can go over 15, 20 hours sometimes. And so our light on a single battery, you should be able to reliably get between 8 and 12 hours, depending on if you're turning it on and off. And I don't touch on it too much in the presentation because it's not the main customer need, but our light is also completely controlled by voice control and Bluetooth, so the surgeon doesn't have to touch their light at all. They can just say loops on and it turns off. And in that way, that'll also help to conserve battery, because if you're looking at your team or your nurses or anything, you don't need to be using the light at that time. So you should be able to get through some of the longest surgeries just with 1 to 2 batteries.
Excellent. Any
Anthony,
other?
my same question to you that I had asked Suzanne is, have you been in touch with UI Ventures?
Yes, Jordan Kaufman.
Okay. Yes, perfect. Because I sent you a note and Suzanne a note in the chat with their contact information. Perfect.
Yes, she's been very helpful. I just talked with her yesterday, actually.
Good, good.
Kind of the same question I asked earlier. Where do you see yourself with this in about 3 to 5 years?
That's an interesting question for us because Dave is incredibly busy in residency, and I'll be in residency here in a couple of years as well. So we both kind of agreed that we're gonna launch, we're gonna get ready for it, and it'll probably be pretty apparent to us where we want to go with this or where its natural end is, whether we kind of turn it into an umbrella company where we want to develop kind of a suite of different surgical technologies, because we both have lots of ideas of how things could be better. But we might figure out that that's really not manageable or enjoyable for us. And we might look to sell off to a larger company, because there are other companies that are trying to do this. None of them are to market yet. So it might be a nice exit for us to sell it to like a Designs for Vision or something, and then move on to our next product. But we're going to launch and run this for probably a year or 2 years and see where its natural end is. But we definitely have more ideas as well. And we're Hawkeye Surgical Lighting right now. We might transition to be just being called Hawkeye Surgical and come out with kind of a range of different technologies. So I think that's kind of where the future is looking for us.
Nice. Any other questions? Very quiet group this morning. Nobody has any questions, I guess I will ask our traditional final question. What can we as the community do to help you?
So I have been looking for one thing lately that I haven't found the best answer to, is that as we're scaling, we're looking for a couple reliable contacts as far as injection molding in a place that can handle CNC like 6061 CNC aluminum for just a few little parts that are on our light. And I was just kind of looking for some of the best contacts locally, ideally, so that we can kind of go there, check on things. And I've found a couple names online and everything, but if anybody has a company that they really, really recommend, that would be great.
Hey, Anthony, what have you tried? What companies have you tried already?
We've just kind of developed a list. We haven't actually reached out to any of them yet.
Okay. I don't know if they can do that. Veritech, are they on your list?
Veritech?
With a B, Veritech. They're based in Cedar Rapids.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can reach out to them, or the EDC has direct connections with them as well. They're a pretty good company.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.